Is it rolling? Yep. So today's video is brought to you by the letters T and I and the number 34 trillion. So since I ain't good at math, let's just talk about the number 34 trillion. Is that a number you use commonly every day, like when you're balancing your checkbook or teaching your little children how to add and subtract? Nah. But I guess that's the current national debt. That's what they're saying. I heard it said the other day that we add $1 trillion every 100 days. That's crazy, man. It's almost like they got an unlimited credit card and they're just going to run it out until they shut it off. Whatever. Letter I. What's I stand for? It stands for illegal. It could stand for immigrant. It could stand for illegal immigrant. It could stand for illegal alien. I think a good word for the letter I is invader. That's not a word you hear much, even though we're in the process of an invasion. That's another I word. Nobody's saying it. I say it all the time. I look at these videos, I'm like, man, look at these invaders. If you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. The United States of America is being invaded right now, along with many other Western countries around Europe and whatnot. Letter T. What's T stand for? Well, it stands for trees. I'm surrounded by trees. I'm out at the woods. Trees on the hill. Treason. There's a word. What's the word treason mean? Well, I looked it up in the United States Constitution, which is a whole nother video, but under Article 3, Section 3, 33, number 1, treason against the U.S., the United States, shall consist in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or on confession in open court. And there's a number 2. This part I don't really quite understand because I went to public school and I'm not a lawyer, wouldn't want to be one. But maybe one of you guys out there can explain this to me better in a comment. Number 2, the Congress shall have power to declare the punishment of treason, but no attainder of treason shall work corruption of blood or forfeiture except during the life of the person attainted. That confuses me there. But the first part, I understand, especially the part about no person shall be convicted of treason, especially the part giving aid and comfort. Treason against the United States shall consist in levying war against them, or in adhering to their enemies, giving aid and comfort. I understand that. I understand the second part too. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of two witnesses, which is biblical, to the same overt act or on a confession in open court. That's pretty straightforward. Well, during this invasion, letter I, during the invasion of the United States, your government is allowing this to happen. In fact, they're facilitating it. I've seen where they've been flying, well, they have flown 320,000, let's call them invaders, into the United States in the dark of night and dumped them off at various cities. All right. And I guess that's to make it look like there's a little less coming across the border, which, this is insanity. Oh, there's another I word, insanity. And meanwhile, they're like, oh my, we got a crisis at the border. We need to pass a bill. We got to give money to Ukraine and Israel, and before we could, and then we'll put something about the border in there, and we can't pass it. We're just gonna have to wait. Is it just me? Am I insane? Maybe. I don't know. I just, countries are supposed to have borders, just like you got walls around your house. Are you going to let somebody invade the walls of your house? No, you lock your doors and windows at night, probably. Not that would stop anybody, but that's what we do, If somebody did breach the walls of your house, you would probably do everything in your power to stop them, right? I know I would. I had somebody invade my property. I rent the place, but, it's my little yard, and I got no trespassing signs down in my driveway there. And I'm out in the yard piddling around. I had Buddy there. He was loose. I usually just leave him loose when I'm out in the yard because he usually stays with me. But I just happened to look up, and at the same time, Buddy looked up, and there's this black dude walking across my yard. And Buddy took off, man. He's like growling. He was on him. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Buddy, no. And he stopped, scared the living daylights Oh, this dude, man, he put the fear of God in this dude. His shoe fell off. He's trying to get away and everything. I'm like, hey, I went and grabbed Buddy by a collar, and I'm like, hey, you can't be coming across here. That's why I got no trespassing signs down in my driveway. You know? Come on. And he's like, oh, I'm just going over. I said, I don't care where you're going. You can't be going through my yard. Yeah, I guarantee he ain't going to come back. And I know where he was going, and I know why he was going there, but that's none of my business. My point is, the country's being invaded. Your government, or the government, doesn't care. They're making it happen. They're helping it. They are aiding and abetting. Let's read this again. I'll get it right. They are giving aid and comfort to the enemy. Okay? They're giving these people hotel rooms with maid service. They're paying restaurants to deliver them food. They're giving them health care, free health care. I don't have any health care. They're giving them free health care. They're letting them drive, I guess. I heard they're allowed to get driver's license and drive. That's giving aid and comfort to the enemy, because these people are coming from all over the world. It's not just your average Mexican trying to get out of Mexico, come up here and pick some oranges and make a better buck. That's not what this is. There's people from China who they keep telling us is our enemy. There's Russians coming in that keep telling us that's our enemy. There's people from Africa, countries that this country, the United States, has totally decimated and destroyed, which is a good way to make an enemy. People from all over the world are coming here, and they're just letting them in. Come on in. Come on in. Why? Why? Why are they doing this? There's probably 100 different reasons why, but I'm going to call it treason. This is treason. And every one of them in Congress, the entire House of Representatives, the entire Senate, the Supreme Court, the executive branch, and all of his cabinet members, the chiefs of staff, all of them, all these top generals, they're committing treason. All of them are treasonous, because there ain't one of them speaking out against them. Oh, yeah, a few of them give them lip service. What are they doing about it? Things are going to get very interesting in this year. And it's time to get close to Jesus, man. That's the only thing that's going to help. I don't care how many cans of string beans you got. I mean, that's a good thing. Stock up on stuff, but that's just always been a way of life in my family. But you could have a solar pack to charge your phone. What are you going to do when they shut the towers down? That's what they did a few weeks back. I woke up in the morning. I got a Cricket phone. That's AT&T. I woke up, I had no service. I couldn't text, I couldn't call, I couldn't get on the internet, I couldn't do nothing. That was all test. And it wasn't just AT&T, I guess it was Verizon, T-Mobile. They've got us dependent upon this crap, and they're going to take it away because it's theirs. It's theirs. And it's and then you got all these invaders in. They're already causing trouble. You know, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. You know, you better get on board with Jesus, man, because he's the only one that's going to save us. Draw close to God. Draw nigh to him. He'll draw nigh unto you. Don't put your faith in man. I heard, everybody's looking for Donnie Trump to save us, but I just found out recently he's got a problem pooping his pants. I guess that's a thing. You can look that up. He's got a smell about him because he's always pooping himself. I don't know. It's, I watched the State of the Shit Show address. The State of the Union address the other night, and I've never seen nothing like it. It was a big rant, is what it was, a rant / campaign speech. And what a mess. And just for shits and giggles, I looked up Jimmy Carter's State of the Union address in 1980 when he was in an election year. The country's worst president. Well, he lost that title. And he was presidential. He was coherent. He was, he was articulate. Made sense. Pretty much talking about the same crap going on today as it's always been. Russia, blah, blah, blah. Economy, blah, blah, blah. But it's just amazing. This one, the State of the Shit Show I watched the other night, it's like, part pep rally and just rant and campaign speech. And it's like crazy, man. Better open your eyes. That's all I could say. Y'all have a good day. Bye.